The current world champion Yuri Anikeyev from Ukraine has been defeated for the first time after winning the world champion title in 2023 in Curaçao. And Yuri Anikeyev is the guy who loses very rarely. Last game he lost was in December 2021 during Polish Open tournament. He lost to Ainur Shaibakov from Russia, and not a long time after that game the war in Ukraine has started and Russia was suspended. And the topic of war is the one very close to Yuri because he lives in Kharkiv, near the front. And this is the topic that we will cover in another video on this channel, definitely. Before that, he lost in 2018 in Abidjan. So despite of him being a very active player, defeating him is extremely difficult. I mean, of course, the classic tempo games, but as well in Blitz and Rapid, Yuri is extremely hard to beat. The game that we'll analyze today was played during European Championships that are being currently played in Italy in Chianciano Terme. So you can still follow the results. We still don't know who will be the next European champion among men and women. And of course, European Championships in Blitz and Rapid are ahead of us. Watch this video till the end because I have a small bonus for you. So not only this game will be covered in this video. If you, checker lover or checker enthusiast, would like to help me in promoting drafts and checkers all around the world because it's worth it, you can help me by leaving a thumb up under every video, by subscribing the checkersTV YouTube channel, and by writing a comment. And according to the fact that in a few months, about 6, 2 championship matches will be played between Yuri Anikeyev and Jan Hrunendijk, and the second one between Wiktoria Motrichko and Daria Tkachenko, and this is something really connected to the second bonus position that you will see in this video. Let me know in the comment section who you think will be the winners of the championship matches this year. And now we can start to analyze this game. So this is the position that has appeared in the game after 20 moves of each player. And the current world champion Yuri Anikeyev is playing white pieces. Meanwhile, Filip Kuczewski, Polish champion 2023 and 2022, is playing dark black pieces. Filip is not a grandmaster, he is not an international master, he is just a federation master. And that guy with such a low title has defeated Yuri Anikeyev in this game. So far, this game was quite a peaceful one. We have some interesting things to mention, like for example missing the golden stone, the golden checker on the square number 3, Yuri traveling to 16 to the edge side of the board, and now the game slowly converts into more and more exciting settlement on the board. And Filip decides to create some space to make additional moves, because at this moment Yuri has created this important column. This is the topic that I covered in the last video with analysis, where Alexander Schwarzman has played and used this formation, of course, for this exchange, and that way controlling all the important central squares on the board. So Filip decides to sacrifice a piece by playing 23-29. If you want to start your checkers adventure and learn how to play and win at checkers, then in the first link in the description you will find my complete beginner's guide to winning strategies. And of course, at this moment he can't immediately sacrifice the second one and take 2 because there is a simple combination, 1 for 3 to a king. But after this sacrifice that Filip has made, he can simply wait by playing 8-12, and now this threat is unavoidable, so the number of checkers will be equal after the next move or moves. Yuri decides in this position to sacrifice a checker by playing 35-30, so that way he wants to halt this checker standing on 23 that for sure he considered very strong on the board. Of course, it's not possible for Filip to catch this way because he would be playing without the checker. So of course he's going to 35 and Yuri plays to 27, trying to control this important square on the left wing. This one really gives you the control on the wing, so you must consider going to this square. But that time he is out of this structure anymore, and that gives Philip the possibility to move 19 to 24 to the other side, and usually it goes that way. If your opponent is active on one side, then you must look for the activity on the other side of the board to have the space to play. And after an attack 27-22, of course Philip would not like to defend it by playing 1 to 6. It looks like the game is going that direction. One side will be attacking the right short wing of another side, and the same scenario on the second side of the board. So if your short wing is attacked, you would like to have this checker here, 1 if you are playing black pieces, and 50 if you are playing white pieces, because this is considered the best defender of the wing. So this way of defending this checker would probably not be good for Philip, so he decides to go 24 to 30, letting him opponent to take this checker and to attack 13 to 18. Of course, as I mentioned, there is no this structure anymore, so there is no such a possibility of going to 19, and even if Yuri tried to defend it that way, he would be a victim of this simple combination 30 to 34. After sacrificing 1, Philip would take 3 and would win this game. So the only possibility is to let Philip jump this piece, and Yuri that way goes to 6. Takes, and there is a bit more activity on the right side, looking from the white side on the board, and the problem for Yuri Anikeyev is that he is missing this checker 50. So at first glance it looks like attack of the wing can be more efficient for Filip Kuczewski. And Yuri decides to play 38-32 and slowly push his strengths from the right to the left side of things, but it looks like it will be extremely difficult to somehow break this structure of Philip's checkers. You can see already the engine indication, this half a piece of advantage for dark pieces, so it's quite a solid, but this is extremely non-standard situation, and it's not easy to feel well the position in such positions, because you don't play such positions very often in your games. It needs some intuition, but despite of the fact of playing many thousands of games, different games, you still may have some troubles with judging the position well. So judging the position is one of the most crucial things in the checkers games, in playing checkers well. Yuri Anikeyev, after his last move, 38-32, has created this column, but this column, I think, has no possibility of being used. Perhaps the goal of Yuri is to control 27 again, but I think that after Philip is controlling this 29 checker, the main goal for Yuri should be to cover this 22, to have similar space under control. Of course, before that move, probably such an attack would not be possible. After another exchange, Philip would be stronger and stronger on this side of things, and perhaps after some other moves in the future, Yuri would be forced to play some variation like this one. I think he could be a bit defending one, but finally the position probably would be equal. Maybe that was the best choice for him to follow. Without playing this variation, let's see what happened in the game. So after this move 38-32, of course this is not possible for Philip to go 29-23, because Yuri would simply leave and take this piece on the next move. And after 14-19, this move 28-22 was played by Yuri Anikeyev, and that way he lost this game. Philip wins with a quite simple but beautiful combination. You can try to find it by yourself, because the right solution is now being shown by me on the screen. Filip Kuczewski sacrifices 29-34, removing this checker from the square number 40, and now uses the majority capture rule, sacrifices additional 3 checkers to collect 4 to the king. So this final capture finally was not even played in the game, because Yuri Anikeyev, after this move 35-40, and according to the combination, he completely missed he just surrendered, he gave up, and it has become a fact that the first game after winning the world champion title has been lost by Yuri Anikeyev. Let's take a look what could have happened in this game without this move, 28-22. So as I mentioned, controlling 22 is crucial, but definitely Yuri Anikeyev was going there too fast. Perhaps the better option was to play 32-27 to get under the control this checker at first, and I think that after such move 15-20, because slowly Philip would bring more and more strength to attack this short wing of his opponent, and this move 27-22, we could have something extremely interesting after this move 29-33, which is possible in this position and probably is the best one in this position. That would be absolutely something. For example, after such attack 43-38, there would be a simple combination using this side edgy formation from Filip Kuczewski, so it was not possible that way. And what to play else? For example, after such move 40-44, there would be another combination by sacrificing 1, then removing 39 and finally going to the king. So there is a lot of things that could be problematic for Yuri Anikeyev in such position, and probably he would be forced to search for such moves, and the question is how to improve his position after, for example, this move from Philip and such threats like 12-18. This is the position I think you could spend hours and hours on analyzing it, looking for the next best variations, and it could be entertaining and it could give you a bit of fun. But it would make this video lasting hours, so we'll not cover it. That is the way how Yuri Anikeyev has lost his first game as the world champion. And now let me show you the bonus position in this video. An extra bonus position in this video is from the game between the current women's world champion Viktoria Motrichko from Ukraine and Daria Tkachenko, lady who will play against Viktoria for the world championship title in December of this year. Daria, of course, is a current vice world champion among women, so this game was something really important for the, for example, mental side of the future match. And in this game appeared that position. And as you can see from the engine indication, this is a totally winning position for white. And was Viktoria playing white pieces, and she proves her domination among women. The question is if Daria can make it better till the December to somehow face Viktoria and try to rip the title from her. Who knows? Let me know in the comment what is your opinion about that. In that position, Viktoria played 33-28, Daria 14-20, and after 33-39 there was nothing else to play. Finally, in a positional, strategical way, Viktoria has won this game, but there was something beautiful that could have happened in the game. Sometimes if you see the victory in one way, you don't look for the other ways of winning the game, but it reminds me of something from the Viktoria's games. During Riga Open, she had a beautiful position, beautiful possibility of using in a tactical way the king of her opponent to win the game that she finally drawed, as I remember. But Viktoria showed in her social media how this game could have ended in a more beautiful tactical way. You can try to find the combination that will follow you from this position to this position. So that simple checkers is. You just need to calculate those 14 moves from this position to this one to see the victory. So how this combination could have taken place in this game? That way. You sacrifice the first checker, the second one. You let your opponent to go to a king, but that king is on the move, on the next move. So we can use it to bring another opponent's checker into the central part of the board, because it's not possible to capture the ones that are standing on sides, and go to a king, and that way you finally catch 3 checkers and the king of your opponent. Still, you must know how to win this endgame. This is a tricky and very important, even for the beginners. You definitely should know that you can limit 2 checkers of your opponent with 1 king standing in the common square here of those two lines, even if those checkers are on opposite different sides of the board. Now one of those checkers must be given away, and after a few next moves you finally win the game, collecting all your opponent's checkers. So that could be extremely beautiful way of winning this game, but of course Victoria has won it anyway, so we don't judge winners. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave the thumb up, subscribe to the checkersTV YouTube channel, and write me in the comments your predictions about the World Championships winners. Thank you for watching, bye bye, see you in the next video.